The more I dig into fuel and the cost of living crisis that we're actually experiencing here at the moment, the more I'm realizing that I've lived a sheltered life. I was having a chat to a friend in the United States yesterday and telling him paying just shy of $7 US a gallon. And he sent me a video, and I can say what necessarily doesn't make sense is that how eerily it, I suppose, it manifests what we're actually seeing here in Australia.
What should Congress do about gas prices at $4.11 national average?
Well, there's nothing we can do.
I mean, I don't like to brag about all the expensive...
So the basis of this video, what Chris sent through, was basically they asked Republicans, they did ask them what their thoughts of the fuel prices under then Joe Biden's administration, and contrast to now, which you'll probably see in the video as well, is that the fuel prices are a little bit higher, but their attitude has changed, which, like I said before, it's quite reminiscent of our government here in Australia.
I've been, but earlier today I went to the gas station.
Gasoline and diesel fuel and oil is a product of the conflict in Iran.
How do you square that patience with impatience with gas prices under Biden when it at times is $3.30, $3.40?
I don't have to square anything with you, okay?
Politicians should not get a free pass on the ridiculously high energy prices under the Biden administration.
Do you think that the war should stop because of this? How patient can you be?
Talking about energy prices.
What I'm saying is that the politicians should be held to a higher account. Politicians shouldn't be able to shirk their responsibility, then place blame on someone else or just deflect when it doesn't go their way. Got a whole bunch of Crimson Rosellers that came to say hello. Look at the wordplay as well. Look at the way they deflect things and all these different things. It's very reminiscent of what we see here in Australia and maybe in the UK, the Canada, and all the different places that watch as well. So do let me know in the comments section, because I'm quite curious. And it is worth noting is that from my research, America exports a lot of fuel. They export a lot of oil. They really shouldn't be having it as an issue, a very similar situation with gas. So we're exporting majority, one of our major exports is gas, and we pay gas through the nose. And it does seem like the same as from the US as well. So I might do some digging around there, because it doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense to me.
Prices. Do you think the war in Iran has gone on long enough?
Americans are not joyful when they go to the gas station and fill up their car.
Gas prices at $4.30 national average. Do you think the Iran war has gone on long enough?
Oh, it's not about how long it goes on. It's about how it ends.
And that's something that I see primarily from our perspective as well, is that we, being the royal we, the government slashed the fuel excise tax by 50%, which I think runs out next month. So we will see a massive jump in fuel prices. That's not really being thrown around a lot in the media at the moment. So
we're pumping more oil and gas than we ever have before. Well, then why aren't prices coming down at the pump?
Gasoline is a commodity that has a worldwide price structure. So I have patience for now.
And this is what the issue that we're having adjacent, I suppose, from an Australian perspective. So she was saying that they export oil, they export fuel, they drill it, and from what I can see, they actually refine it in some capacity as well in the United States. Why, and I know the answer to this, why is the price insanely high for people who are actually in that country? So what she just said then is basically what I was alluding to, is that they look at these commodities from the global market. So if you realistically, you can refine it and sell it locally for $1 for a gallon, for example, or you could export it to a place like Canada or China or Australia and get $6 or $7 a gallon. Why would you be selling it locally when you could possibly forego $5 or $6 American a gallon by selling it to a different country? So that's pretty much what she's saying.
Americans are so displeased with gas prices, they're slapping these Biden "I did that" stickers on the pumps. We ought to drag those oil companies in and chew them out. I think they're gouging. There is a good contrast of what it was in the Biden administration and to what it's actually under the Trump administration. But that's it. Let me know what you think. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, and all these different things. And like I was saying before, is that the more and more you dig into these kind of things, the less and less it makes sense.